and welcome to my Let's Play of DayZ. It's a mod for Arma 2. If you don't know much about it, it's pretty simple. Pretty much the mod is an apocalypse, a zombie apocalypse, and you're a survivor with a bunch of other people on a server. Right now, I have about, I think, 24 people on this server that I joined. Pretty much, you have to survive. That's the basic concept. Survive, try to find food and water to help you survive, and also find the best armor. That's about it, I think. Let's see. Talk about the game a little bit and what you can do mechanics. To move around, WASD is normal setup, forward, backwards, left, right. There are different positions for yourself. I'm right now in crouch mode. You can't see myself doing it, but I am crouched. And to do that, it's the different buttons underneath, Z, X, and C. If you hit Z, you go straight to prone mode. When you're in prone, if you use Q and E, you can actually do a barrel roll to either side. A little confusing after a while using that. Of course, X is to get you into crouch mode, and then C is to stand you right up. If you look over to the right, you can see a little guy smiling. Then right underneath, I have no clue what the guy smiling does. No clue. Nobody even explained that. Let's see. Underneath, it's a temperature gauge. I think that's a temperature gauge to tell you how sick you are. I'm actually cold right now. It's 35 degrees and I'm in the rain. Yeah, no wonder. Okay. Underneath that, you see a canteen. Excuse me. That's pretty much your water. When that starts flashing, your actually blood starts dropping. That's your health, the blood. The droplet underneath that's actually to tell you if you're injured. If you see a plus line flashing in there, it tells you you're bleeding out and you have to hurry up and bandage yourself. Underneath it, it's food. Same thing as canteen. If it starts flashing red, you're gonna start losing health. And that's pretty much in a nutshell. Right click once, you can look down the sight. If you hold the right button, hold the right click, you can actually look down your sights to actually get a better shot. If you hold right click without doing that, you can actually look in a little closer to certain areas. That's about it. And also left triggers to shoot like normal. I'll explain a little bit more what's going on. I had a character before this. I got him pretty far to Northwest Airfield though. Unfortunately, I was at 2,000 blood and I was gone for about a day. And when I came back, I had water but had no food, so I was losing health because I didn't get any food. So unfortunately my character died, and I'm kind of mad because I had a silenced M9 with me and everything, so it's kind of messed up, but it's okay. I'm gonna just start over. Also, for people who are to start the game, and when you want to try to find out where you're close at, when you start the game actually gives you a hint of where you're what's the closest city you're to. The bottom right, the bottom right hand corner, right next to where the canteen, the blood droplet, and the food is, there's these words come up on the screen. The very first, and it's only like in 3 lines. The first line is the map you're playing on. It doesn't help at all. But the second one tells you, the second line, that tells you what city you're close to. And I already saw it, and it popped up. It told me I was next to Elektro. And that's good. That's one of actually 2 of the main cities a lot of people like to go to. Unfortunately, it's almost a half full server, so it's going to be a pain in the butt. Trying not to die that way, but we'll see. Also, the third line, it tells you how many days your character has survived in the game. I want to note that this is actually real-time server. So it actually is a 24 hours game, and you actually get hungry with that. I'm gonna be right back. Sorry, I cut out right there. I had to go do something real quick. All right, so let's see. The last thing I said, yeah, I was next to Elektro, so we're gonna try to get to Elektro. In the description, I'm gonna put if you guys want to try this game out or you just want to look at the map, I'm going to be going out into my web browser mostly. I have a map from Google. It doesn't tell me my exact position, but it gives me a good idea of where I can go to and how can I get there. So I'll be using that from now on until I can get a map into the game. Now it just told me I was next to Elektro. I gotta find like a major point because I want to get to Elektro. That's one of my goals. I do want to get to Elektro. I just need to know where I am. So let me move up here. Oh man. Oh, if you could see that, I have a debug monitor up here. Pretty much that just keeps track of how many zombies you killed, how many people you killed that aren't bandits, of course bandits, your health, and how many zombies are in the current server as we speak right now. So, let's see, where am I? I think that's Elektro over that way. You want to be careful around these kind of places because zombies do spawn around here. I'm just trying to hurry up. I think that's Elektro that way. I'm right back. I'm just going to check. Over here. You know what? I think, yeah, this is where I'm at. Alright, so I want to go. Damn it. Where did I want to go? That way. Okay. I'm going to go stay next to the coast. Alright, when you first get in the game and spawn, it actually spawns you close to the shoreline. So, yeah. So you're always going to be spawned close to here. Again, but you're not going to be spawning in the same exact spot where I spawned at. It's a random spawn across the whole shoreline. So, yeah. And fair warning, there is a lot of running in this game to get to places. So, let's see. I want to double check something. I said I was in Elektro. There's a hospital there, another hospital there. Okay, let's just make our way over that way. Oh, zombie. Alright, well, here's a good thing to know. Once you see a zombie, there's two ways to approach this. You can always shoot and attract more and try to kill the rest of them, or not, they kill you, which is a very stupid and poor method. Or you can try to sneak around, which a lot of people are trying to do. Suggested mostly is when you can kind of in the fields. Oh, there, if you could see up here, my ear is kind of in the thing. There's an ear. There's an eye and an ear. It's kind of cut off. And that represents how they see you and also if they can hear you. And right now you don't see anything. But when I start moving, they still don't see anything or hear anything. There you go. Now you see. They can hear and see something moving around. But it's so low that they're not actually going to pay attention. I mean, they're about, I don't know, maybe good 10 feet away from me. So this is good. You go like this. So I'm not attracting any attention to myself. Oh, but I probably would attract him. So I don't want to try to get attention for too much. I'm just going like this. And there we go. Okay. So we got past them. Oh, of course, weaponry in this game. They made it, you shoot one, and of course you will attract others because of the shot. This is actually the Makarov, one of the quieter guns. So you won't attract too much, but all of the other guns, they're actually pretty loud, and so you actually attract a bit of a horde coming towards you if you are not careful. Alright, so I just want to make sure I'm correct on this. That looks like it. Yep, there it is. I'm right there next to Elektro. That's kind of the industrial district I'm looking at right now. If I can get back in the game and continue. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of the industrial district right there. There is a hospital in there. And there's actual lootable houses too. Looks like 2 houses I can go and loot. Let's go do that. Now I am in crouch mode getting there, so take a little bit. One house, two. I think that's the hospital right there. Let me double check that. No. The hospital is a little bit inwards. Okay. Let's get closer. Not to trip these zombies. One last thing I want to do really quickly before I get any closer. That's a little better. Okay. I hate this part. Okay, I gotta go in this way. Alright, I'm gonna start walking. Okay. What the hell? Alright. If you hold the shift button down, you actually start doing a walking instead of just a running. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's suggested to do that pretty much this whole time inside cities. There's a hopper. Don't know why you had those kind of games. Two different types there's about three different types. Excuse me. There's crawlers, the ones that are just pretty much on their belly and just crawling straight to you. There's the hopper I just saw right there, and back in the fields you saw a couple of them. I'm not gonna call them walkers because they don't walk. They actually start running to you. As soon as you attract attention, see he's walking right now, but if you attract any attention and they see it, they actually start booking it at full speed. I don't like the pathing system that they're on because when they start running straight towards you, they actually go kind of in a zigzag little pattern, and then by the time you know it, they're actually behind you attacking you. So it's a pain in the butt. Whenever you actually attract one, recommended to run into one of these houses, because the AI, as soon as they actually get into a house, they actually start walking automatically for a good bit, so you can actually line up a good headshot and don't waste too much ammo. This place looks looted. Yeah, nothing in here. Let's go check the other side. Nothing. Yay. Thank you. Nothing. I'm pretty sure people were already here. Alright, where am I now? I'm over there. Alright. Let's go back this way. I'm gonna run a little bit. Okay. And there's the crawler I was talking to you guys about. They are perfectly capable of walking. They just only want to get to the building. And when they come close to you and try to attack you, they will stand up to attack. I think that was there's a hopper right there, if you can see it. It's in the grass. Oh my gosh. Alright. That guy was out. Where is he going? A hopper. Great. I'm actually going to prone now. Prone is actually one of the better ways of doing this. I'm going to look behind me. Fact for that, because they actually have to be on top of you to attack you. And also I found this out on my last character. When they're the zombie actually is on top of you and it starts to attack you, if you actually just start to roll away from them, they'll actually go back to wandering around. I found that pretty interesting. It was actually very helpful as well too. So roll, 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 roll. As you can see, if you're noticing the ear and the eye that's next to my character, there's no bars or anything. When you're prone, you're not doing too much. So just keep going. I really haven't really checked this area of Elektro too much. Like it's the industrial district, so there's a house. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna go that way. So there's about 6 lootable houses in the actual city of Elektro. 2 of them are actually firehouses. Those are really good to loot. Good items drop in there a good bunch of times. And one of them is a pub or a restaurant. A lot of people call it a pub, so I don't know. Next one is a convenience store. That actually is a good place to go. Like food, water, and there's usually ammunitions, and sometimes you can actually get a hunting knife or a hatchet in there, which is useful. And then the next one is kind of like a school building, and that's a pretty good place because a lot of things can spawn in there. Excuse me. So we're gonna keep going that way. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and have myself crawl now. Do a little bit more faster. Run a little bit. Oh, I hear that. I don't want to start running around. Alright. As you can see, that house over there and that house over there are similar. Any kind of house you see like that, you more likely can actually go inside and loot it. So that's a good recommendation. Just to, if you guys ever play this, just kind of remember these kind of houses you actually can go inside and loot. Any other houses like these, like that, you actually cannot go inside except for like this, but that she just goes through and out to the other side. And I'll show you shortly what I'm talking about. Right here, just goes out to the other side. So it really, and usually I don't think nothing really spawns in there. I really haven't found anything when I go through there. So yeah, there's other small little things you can check out, like sheds and everything that are usually on farms. They're usually around here too, but probably just ammo and maybe a can of food or something, but I rarely check those because they're not really worth my time now. Okay, we're gonna go in here. I hope to gosh there's something in here. No, just throwing down chairs. Yeah, great. It looks like this place was looted too, or nothing spawned. Great. Alright, let's make our way over here. This is kind of one of the bad things. When you guys first start, you'll see roads and trend lines. Recommendation, do not follow these at all. You stick out like a sore thumb to snipers on the hilltops, like up there in the treetops. Up there. There are snipers in this game that are human. They will shoot you and come down and loot your body. So, just don't follow these at all. You don't, just, you see one you can cross and everything, just don't follow it. You want to stay next to a bush line or a tree line. Yeah, that's one of my recommendations. You just don't want to be on there. Is that another? No, that just tells me where I'm going. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna go this way. Alright, I just want to see where I'm at now.